Hello out there, thanks for tuning on RGHS TV. My name is Abdulatif, hosting you on the program The Overview. So, as we all know that politics starts from school, today I'm hosting our contestants of Headigal. So today, I have on my left hand side, I have
Kirabo Esther, Senior 5 Sciences, offering BCM stroke ICT, aspiring for the post of head girl.
Okay, thanks for coming. And on my right hand side, I have
Tivasima 5, Form 5 Sciences, aspiring for the post of a heady girl.
we talk about the politics, the background of politics, the present politics, and the future politics. So today I have these two people. I'm going to ask them different questions about politics, leadership, and other stuff. So, according to you, how do you know? What do you know about politics and leadership? So, tell us, fine.
What I know about leadership is the acceptance of responsibilities or to rule others for their sake, taking up what they cannot, facing their
Issues.
problems and issues to others, or to ensure that they can gain self-esteem, leading
Okay.
others for their sake.
Okay. So, Esther, what do you understand by the term leadership? As to you, what's leadership?
Leadership, in a simple way, is guiding, inspiring different people, and giving them a perspective where they're supposed to move in, and also guiding them in that way they're supposed to take themselves, for example, in the school community, guiding them on following the rules and regulations. That's it.
Okay, thank you. So, as today I told you, I'm going to ask different questions, and the topics of today we have leadership and the vision. According to the person perspective, you're going to tell us the leadership stuff and others. And our next point will be about academics and curricular activities in the school. Those are the questions I'm going to be asking. And in the next, I will be talking about the school environment and the discipline of the students. I will be asking you questions about those stuff, and the next question will be about communication and representation. So, in the start, let me start with leadership and what? Leadership and vision. So, this question goes to both of you. You're going to tell us your views about this question. So, in the start, I have a question saying that if you are a leader, in case you are elected as a leader, how will you ensure that all students in school, regardless of their background of interest, feel represented and supported by the what? By the prefectorial body? I repeat the question. If you are a leader, if you are elected as a leader, how will you ensure that all students, regardless of their background or interest, feel represented and supported by the prefect body? So I'm starting with Esther. Tell us about that.
Making students feel that they are represented by
The prefectorial body to the administration. Yes.
As the head girl, you're supposed to act as a vessel between students and the administration. And also, as a head girl, you're supposed to put some things they are supposed to follow. Like, for example, you can put there the suggestion box, whereby they can put there their suggestions that they want you to take to the administration. So if they put them there, you check them out, take them to the administration, and then the administration is able to address them. Yeah.
That's your view.
That's my view.
Okay, let's also hear from Faith. What do you know about this question?
Me, what I know about that question is creating a positive and inspiring environment. For example, according to the last prefectorial body, as for the students to see that they are represented by a prefect, you must do those things which weren't in the other prefectorial body weren't able to perfect, and you somehow improve them. For example, like in the last prefectorial body, we other good school as in good school qualities, they didn't improve them. So as a prefect right now, you help them, the students, put up such things. For example, last year, okay, as when we are in school, most of the schools, like on Saturdays, what they after lunch, students go for like aerobics to jog up, what. So as a prefect who has just come in, other students yearn for that thing to jog up at least for some few times. So when you put up such a thing, they will think that, yeah, okay, they will know that they are being represented by a person, voicing their issues to the administrators such that they can be put into consideration, can also make them to know that you are leading them.
Okay, that's good. I think you are hearing the politics we have, the politics of the future. These are leaders. In the time to come, we find that we have a president, we have an MP, and he's from Royal Giant High School. So that's their point of view about the question. Let me repeat the question so as you can comment, subscribe, and do what. The question was about how will, as a leader, how will you ensure that all students, regardless of their background or interest, feel represented to the school by the prefectorial body? So that was the question number one. And question number two, it's about academics and extracurricular activities in the school. So question number two says that how will you address the needs of students who might be struggling academically to face the other challenges? I repeat the question. The question says that how will you address the needs of students who might be struggling academically or facing other challenges? That's the question. So in the other time we started with Esther, so let's start with Faith.
Wow. Me, how I will address such a question is like, not all students that we are able to excel in class, you know. Some of us may be having knowledge for class, and others may not be having such knowledge. So to students, those who are not perfecting in class, I'm not talking about that whether they should leave class. No, they should be able to balance. At least they improve, as in creating for them a positive environment that can enhance learning, and telling them, okay, having a talk personal talk with them, and to identify areas of improvement, and to implement where, okay, they are facing problems, such that we can enhance learning. For example, to students who are like they are facing challenges in their academic issues, I can call him over or her, such that we can have a talk. When we talk, and I feel like it's not the first time, and she or he is feeling discouraged, about the academics, I can relate to some examples like in the world, which where you're getting it. I can relate to those examples, and I'm like, it's not that having academic knowledge is excelling in the world. Are we together? Even having knowledge, like from, as in this new curriculum, core activities, from the like from the area outside the school, can help you, and when you move outside, not that everybody who is outside and is working is getting money, that over he removed it from the school, no. So I can encourage him or her during the vacation or during the holidays to go and get something
Try in other
to
sector
try
apart
in
from
other sector
education.
apart from academics, such that in academics he can only acquire the certificate over what, but when he's having
Okay,
something to do.
that's how Faith has addressed this question. So let's also hear from Esther. Esther, the question was saying that how will you address the needs of students who may be struggling academically or facing other challenges?
To that concern, in schools, the government has brought for us the new curriculum. New curriculum is student-centered, and also we see academics in class, and also it brought in the DIT program, doing what, enabling other students who are not good in academics to also focus on DIT so that they can be somewhere. So if I get to talk to that student who is academically unstable, it's not that we are all good in class, but if that student comes to me, I advise that student to try and focus more, make research, and also, if things are not going on well, to focus on a certain DIT
Sector of the
sector.
program.
Now, for example, like tailoring, like doing hairdressing, such stuff,
Okay.
because they can also earn you a living.
True.
Yeah, so if you're facing challenges in academics, you can also focus on DIT programs in schools, and then you can be somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have had the issues from these two contestants of head girl. So in the end, we have our last question saying that it's about communication and representation. Our last question is saying that how will you ensure effective communication between the prefectorial body, the students, and the school administration? So as the last question, we started with Faith, so now we are going to start with Esther. The question, I repeat the question, it's saying that how will you ensure effective communication between the prefectorial body, the students, and the school administration? That's the question.
Communication between students and prefects, that's coming first. I would talk to my cabinet and tell them to be free with students so that they are able to approach them and tell them their concerns. So if you're free with the student will also feel free to come to you and tell you the concerns they are facing. Always come to them and tell them their issues, the challenges they are facing, for example, in class, in the dormitories, at the powerhouse, such challenges. They will be able to come and communicate to us, such that we can also go to the administration, tell them the concerns the students are facing, such that the administration can get a strategy to put up to do what? To address their concerns. Yeah.
Okay, we have heard from Esther and let's also hear from Faith. The question was saying that how will you ensure effective communication between the prefectorial body, the students, and the school administration? That's the question.
Yeah, between the prefectorial body and the students, how I will ensure effective communication between the prefectorial body and the students is like, when we get this prefectorial leadership, some of us can brag and we feel like a prefect is almost equal to teachers. So I will encourage my cabinet to keep at a low pace, to keep at a calm pace, such that they can be approachable. Some of the students, like let me say, from one who's newcomers, they feel like they should express their issues to the prefects. But when they find you and you're like, I'm a prefect, what can you do to me? They cannot approach you. So my first thing will be like to keep at a low pace. Then in the dormitories, we should be placing suggestion boxes. When those issues they are placed inside, it should be going to the prefectorial body, such that they can see. We read those comments, issues they are brought into the suggestion box. That's if in case that person cannot come to us. When we read that issue, we can answer it. Then how I can build the relationship or the relationship between the prefectorial body, the teachers and students, between the prefectorial body and the teachers or administrators. I would be like, if they put up a communication, they bring to me a communication, and I'm like, I need to communicate to the school or to the students. I'll come, but don't come in a way like in a rude way. You're like, the administration has sent me to communicate to this. Come in a way like you're talking to your fellow students, because you also were once a student. So you come and communicate to them and give them or put like mitigations. Like, let me assume, like they have said, if students see those who are having illegals, what phones and whatever, if they are found, they are all like, they are going to cross check. You get or cross check. And I'm like, after lunch they are going to have a array of cross checking for illegals. So if you are there and you're having your illegal, my mitigation will be like, get that electronic device because they are illegal. Take it to any teacher you trust that during the end of the term will do what? Will give it back to you. That's how I will ensure that students, they are like, okay, I've not like led them in a way like they feel like this one is going by the forces of the administration, is being led by the administrator. No. So that's the why we'll accommodate the relationship between the students and the administration, so that I can put up their communication and even come to the students and put it in a normal way.
Okay, those are the ideas from our two contestants of Headigal. So before I end our program, I want to first thank our sponsors, and that's Royal Giant High School Mityana and Munta Royal College Bombo. So in this case, let me first put across this issue. Being a leader in school, it doesn't mean that you are no longer a student. So I'm advising you, our leaders, the incoming leaders, and other people outside there, being a leader in school doesn't mean that you are no longer what? A student. Okay. So our last program in this sector is, if you as a person, what makes you feel that you are capable of becoming a leader? What makes you feel like you can become a leader of this school? And that's our last question. So let me start with Esther. What makes you feel that you can be a leader?
Becoming a leader, you need to, me as a person, what makes me feel that I can become a leader? First of all, becoming a leader in school, you need to be friendly to students, approachable, and you need to also have some little experience about that sector you're going in. First of all, the experience I have is that in my O-level, I was the head girl in O-level. So with that acquired experience in O-level, I can also apply it here in A-level and apply it to become a leader. And also, being a leader in school, you need to be vision vibrant. Vision vibrant. Having a vision. Having a vision, maybe, for example, in school, you need to have, if you're becoming a leader, you need to have a vision that you need to bring up.
Okay. So Faith, also tell us what makes you feel that you can become a leader of Royal Giant High School as the head girl.
What makes me to feel like I can become a good head girl, when I'm put into consideration, is like, for the time I've been in Royal Giant High School, I feel like I'm approachable by some students, or let me say all, because nobody has ever came to me and I'm like responding in a rude way. I feel like I have that self-esteem to present the students, to present issues for students at anything, or welcoming, or doing what in any function around. I feel like I have that self-esteem that I won't be shying out in front of many people, because for the little time I've been here, at least I've been standing before audiences, that I have that. So that makes me to feel like I can. And another thing is, like, according to my background of leadership, the times of from primary, O-level till here HSA, I feel like I can, according to the I've been ruling. So I feel like I can, because I'm not that person who is like, well, I'm going to be practicing tribalism, that I work upon this, I don't work upon this, because I myself, you cannot understand my tribe unless I've told you I myself, So I feel like I can acquire such skills, and I feel like those students, when they have issues, they want like to be worked upon, and they want like to be taken to the administration. I feel like, because most of the teachers, I have no problem with almost all the teachers. No, that makes me to feel like I can become a good leader.
Okay, we are coming to the closure of our program. So before we end our program, tell people why they should vote you. Why should they vote you? Tell our students why they should vote you.
Why they should vote me?
Yeah, in a few seconds, minutes.
First of all, students should vote me for like becoming their head girl, because I'll be able to take their concerns to the administration, acting as their vessel. And also, as girls, we face different challenges. So if, for example, if a girl is facing a challenge, she'll be able to approach me because I'm approachable and friendly to different students. So that girl will come and approach me, tell me what is perturbing her,
Okay.
and then I'll be able to address it.
Okay. Can you tell us your last message to students? Why should they vote you as their head girl?
Wow.
For me, I'm requesting for your support as a head girl, because if I'm put into consideration, my first issue is addressing you. Is there anybody who wouldn't like to go like in schools for debates, what, to be in an active school, you know, active with other schools, eh? That is my first thing I want to put up in this environment, to create a positive thing which can enhance learning, eh? And when we talk about learning, it's not all about the class, you know. The things we are in class Monday to Saturday, there is no like entertainment, there is no what. We should be having some core activities we can do after classes, you know, like on Saturdays. Let us be studying like up to till lunch, so that students can have other things to do during that duration. Eh? And another thing is like, here, when someone we are having, okay, like for example, suggestion boxes, flags, what, so our school is lacking such things, eh? So if I'm put into consideration, those are the first things I'm going to do, and to act as a leaning shoulder, or like a person. If you're having your issue or problem, you can come and tell me, okay, without even, because nobody has ever came to me and explained to me like, Faith, I'm like this and this, and I've ever told it to someone, eh?
Okay.
That's why I think they should vote me.
You have heard their manifestos. So once again, my name is Muganzi Abdulatif, hosting the program called The Overview. Thanks for tuning on RGHS TV. Once again, I was with Cherabo Esther contesting for the head girl, and Tibasima Faith also contesting for the head girl. So before we end, don't forget to subscribe, follow, and comment on our TikTok channels, YouTube channels, and Instagram channels. Thank you.